Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button if you guys are enjoying the content that we're throwing up. And make sure you guys hit the like button if you enjoy the video. And yeah, let's begin. What's going on, guys? This is Rob, and we are back again with another installment of How to Kill Superheroes. And today, we're focusing on everyone's favorite horse version of Thor, Beta Ray Bill. But before we decide how to put him out to pasture or send him off to the glue factory, we'll go over the origin and powers of Beta Ray Bill to see just why killing him is such a difficult task. So Beta Ray Bill was created by Walt Simonson and first appeared in the Mighty Thor number 337 in 1983. And when discussing the creation of Beta Ray Bill, Simonson said that his objective was to play on the inscription on Thor's hammer, which states that whosoever was worthy will possess the power of Thor. Up to that point, no one but Thor had ever been able to lift the hammer, but the inscription indicates that it is theoretically possible, something that a lot of Marvel fans seem to forget during the events of Secret Empire. When evil Captain America managed to pick it up, everybody seemed to remember the inscription as saying, "Whosoever lifts this hammer or holds this hammer, if he be a good guy, shall possess the power of Thor." But it doesn't say anything about being a good guy. It says everything about being worthy. But Mjolnir is a weapon designed for killing, and so Simonson wanted a noble warrior to be the one to lift it. And so of course, he created Beta Ray Bill to fit that mold. Now, as for his comic book origin, Beta Ray Bill belongs to a race of aliens known as the Corbinites, who were almost completely wiped out when their galaxy was destroyed by Surtur. But Bill was chosen to be the guardian of the few Corbinites that remained and underwent a process that turned him into a cyborg while also giving him the characteristics of an equine-like species native to his home planet of Corbin. Now, Bill is placed in stasis aboard the sentient ship Scuttlebutt until he's awakened by an alert that the ship is in danger, which happened to be Thor, who was sent by S.H.I.E.L.D. to investigate the fleet and who caused the ship to detect the same magical energy that had destroyed Corbin due to both being its guardian in nature. And so Bill is then summoned to Asgard by Odin when he demonstrates his ability to lift Thor's hammer, and Odin does the only logical thing. He organizes a battle to the death between his son and this horse-looking alien that he just met to determine who should rightfully wield Mjolnir. Makes perfect sense. Hashtag comic book logic. Now, the battle takes place in a fiery region of Asgard known as Skarthheim and results in both Thor and Beta Ray Bill incapacitating one another. But because Bill's more acclimated to extremely hot climates, he recovers first and is declared the winner. Now, it's kind of like a last man standing match, right? And both guys are unconscious and one guy gets up right before the 10 count. Wrestling reference. Now, although Bill could have left Thor to die, he decides to save him, which impresses Odin. But rather than give Mjolnir to Bill, Odin just makes him a hammer that's equal in power and made of the same metal as Mjolnir, and then calls it Stormbreaker. Now, in addition to being a powerful weapon, Stormbreaker also allows Bill to return to his original Corbinite form whenever he chooses. And so Bill then agrees to help the Asgardians defeat Surtur and his forces, and he's been a recurring character in the Thor books and cosmic stories ever since. Now, because Bill's consciousness has been placed inside of a cyborg, he has incredible strength, speed, and durability. He's a skilled hand-to-hand fighter, and this is made even more formidable by Stormbreaker, which is one of the most powerful weapons in the entirety of the Marvel Universe. Now, Bill is also able to absorb, manipulate, and project vast quantities of energy, and has shown himself to be capable of wielding enough energy to destroy an asteroid. And using Stormbreaker, he was able to absorb an energy attack by the Silver Surfer. So to get a sense of how strong Bill is using Stormbreaker, he's able to crack the armor of Galactus with it, after he'd already used it to cut through one of Galactus's energy blasts. And if the fact that he was able to stalemate Thor in battle didn't already convince you of how powerful Beta Ray Bill is, it's worth mentioning that their first encounter resulted in the destruction of the surrounding countryside. Now, as if that weren't enough, Bill is capable of taking an insane amount of damage, which is what's going to make killing him an especially difficult prospect. He survived exploding planets, a blast from Galactus, and being at the center of a star. He can use Stormbreaker to create portals to anywhere in the universe, manipulate weather, heal himself and others, and create force fields capable of withstanding a blast from Nova and the fire from Super Skrull, which is meant to approximate the fire produced by the Human Torch. And so with all that in mind, what's the best way to go about turning Horse Thor into glue? I think what we're going to have to do first is separate him from Stormbreaker. Stormbreaker is an incredibly powerful weapon, and most of Bill's attributes are derived from his use of this weapon. And since Stormbreaker is basically a copy of Mjolnir, that means that only those who are worthy to lift it can actually wield it. And so I think the best way to separate Bill from Stormbreaker is to make him believe that he's no longer worthy to wield it. Similar to what we saw happen to Thor when Nick Fury whispered into his ear their gore was right, which resulted in Thor being unable to lift Mjolnir for quite a while, something some Thor fans still can't get past. But like I said when that story first launched, Thor would get the hammer back, and guess what? He did. And I think that ultimately this is going to require either an extremely powerful telepath to plant the thought into Beta Ray Bill's brain, or someone who can bend reality to trick him into thinking that he did something that would make him unworthy. But Stormbreaker is not the only outside force that we need to worry about depriving Bill of. We also need to worry about Scuttlebutt, as the sentient ship is able to heal Bill of any of the damage he suffers. So if we're going to kill him, we need to take away any opportunity that he has to heal. So we might as well blow up Scuttlebutt before we even engage Bill in battle. But even with that done and Stormbreaker off the table, killing Bill is still a tall order, as he's still an accomplished fighter and a being of incredible strength. And I think our best bet here is to try and use Bill's strength, his cybernetic anatomy, against him. If we're able to use some sort of electromagnetic pulse or some other means of electrical manipulation to mess with the circuitry that makes up his cyborg physiology, that could give us the opportunity that we need to take him down. It won't be an easy task, as we're dealing with alien technology here, but there are so many advanced minds in the Marvel Universe that we can figure out some comic book science that'll allow us to infiltrate this technology and take Bill down for good. Failing that, it would probably just take an enormous amount of energy to get the job done, keeping in mind that Thor was unable to defeat Bill, but more powerful cosmic entities like Galactus could probably get the job done, especially if we first succeed in convincing Bill that he's unworthy to wield Stormbreaker. So yeah, that's how I see it. We finally managed to find a way to kill Bill, and it didn't take 2 movies. So if you guys have a better idea, let me know down in the comments section. If you guys have any other characters that you would like to see killed in future videos, let me know. If you are new here to Comics Explained, make sure you hit the sub button to become a part of the Rob Corps. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like. Now we'll catch you all later. Peace.